Amazing to work with. She's such a great comedian. She also, maybe I should pause. Let you do that part. Parte one. Parte
Parte 1. Fue fantástico trabajar con ellas dos. En el caso de Jennifer Tilly, ¿no? que empezó con la novia de Chucky, yo ya era un gran fan suyo como actriz, aunque no la conocía personalmente, pero conocía su trabajo en Bound. Y bueno, para el papel para el que se la requería hacían falta una serie de requisitos muy específicos. Tenía que ser una persona capaz de, o que tuviera una voz muy especial, porque cuando Tiffany se convirtió en una muñeca era esencial que la voz dijera algo. Y entonces cuando ha hecho la voz de Tiffany...
Chucky. She says Chucky with 7 syllables. Chucky.
Pero el problema es que Universal no la quería porque quería mejor a alguien que fuera más barata. Y entonces David Kirshner y yo luchamos por ella porque queríamos que fuera ella. Por supuesto, yo solo en mis sueños podía imaginarme que realmente fuera a decir que sí. Pero bueno, esa era la idea. Entonces, cuando vi que era un poco difícil, manipulé la situación. Y como yo sabía, yo conocía a la que había protagonizado Bound con Jennifer, Gina, y sabía que eran muy competitivas. Entonces, le ofrecí primero el papel a Jennifer y después a Gina. Y cuando Jennifer supo que a Gina también se lo había ofrecido, enseguida dijo, sí, sí, que yo lo hago, yo lo hago. Pero en cualquier caso fue fantástico, porque ella es una muy buena comediante.
So another aspect of Tiffany's character, of course, is that she's, even though she's a murderess, she's romantic. And I knew that that was important for her personality had to be opposite of Chucky's so that they could have a tension in their relationship. So Jennifer had specialized in characters like that, where in the United States genre movies we call that typically she's the gangster's moll, you know, the girlfriend of the bad guy who's kind of abused by the bad guy, but she loves him so much she keeps coming back for more. Jennifer was perfect for that. She's also a wonderful comedian. She's just naturally funny, very sexy. So all of that was very important for Tiffany, and again, that's why I wrote it for her, and we were so lucky that we got her. Parte due. We haven't even gotten to Fiona yet.
Otro aspecto importante del personaje de Tiffany es que iba a ser tanto una asesina y tener un lado romántico. Era muy importante para el personaje que fuera muy distinto, contrario a Chucky, porque así podría capturar más la atención de la relación que guardan. Jennifer ya se había especializado en este tipo de papeles, había encarnado alguna vez el rol que en Estados Unidos se llama la novia del chico malo, la novia del gángster, que es abusada por él, pero al mismo tiempo lo ama con locura y siempre vuelve a estar junto a él. Pero lo cierto es que Jennifer naturalmente ella es muy divertida y además es muy sexy, entonces todo ello combinado la hacían perfecta para el personaje. Y ahora quizás sobre Fiona.
Fiona. So, even though it was Tom Holland's idea to cast Brad Dourif, I had actually met Brad Dourif when I was in college at Columbia University in New York City, my freshman year. Brad was teaching an acting class there, which I took, and so I met him briefly there. And ironically, this was in 1981, and Fiona was born in October 1981. So over the years, I would see Fiona occasionally as she was growing up, and then when she became an adult, I was aware that she had become an actress. She had appeared on the HBO TV series True Blood. Anyway, one day I was having lunch with Brad when we were discussing Curse of Chucky, when we were getting ready to do that movie, and he told me that Fiona had just done a movie with Paul Thomas Anderson, The Master, and he suggested you should have Fiona come in and audition for something in the film. And I said, oh, that's a good idea. So Fiona came in and she read for not the lead of Nika, but she read for the supporting role of Nika's sister. If you've seen Curse of Chucky, do you remember her older sister who's a bitch? That played it ultimately by an actress, Danielle Bisutti. But anyway, Fiona came in and read, and she was very good, but I was watching her and I thought, she was so interesting, and you and I were talking about this last night, how Fiona has in her eyes this great tension. And my interpretation of that, and again, I didn't know her that well at this point, was I thought she conveyed a lot of inner pain somehow. You know, should I pause? You're good? Okay. All actors have what I call a homepage. Do you have the phrase in Spanish, homepage? It's like for a website. It's sort of her fundamental personality trait or something. And Fiona had, in my estimation, a kind of pain inside. And that was right for the character of Nika, because she had a difficult life. She was disabled. She was in the wheelchair. I believed Fiona in the wheelchair. Well, before I had seen a lot of actresses for that role who were very good, but they seemed like actresses pretending to be paralyzed. You know, they seemed too well adjusted, and Fiona I believed. So when I thought maybe I should have her read for Nika, you're still okay?
Yeah.
Okay. At first, I questioned my motives. I thought, like, oh, is this too gimmicky, the idea of having Brad Dourif's actual daughter play the lead in the movie? So I thought about it, and I kept watching her audition. I thought, no, she's really good. So I called Brad, and I said, I think actually she'd be great as Nika, but don't tell Fiona yet, because I have to try to convince the studio. And of course, Brad defied me and called Fiona immediately and said, oh, he's thinking of casting you for the lead. And anyway, it worked out, and I think she's amazing in the film. And we had such a great time working together that when it came time to do Cult of Chucky, of course, I wrote it specifically for her. And because Fiona physically resembles her father so much, and also in real life, Fiona really laughs like Chucky. More like Chucky's laugh, that cackle, that that Brad just does that for Chucky, but in real life, Fiona really laughs like that. So I just thought, like, oh, you have to become Chucky by the end of Cult of Chucky. So spoilers if you haven't seen Cult of Chucky, Fiona becomes. And anyway, and the extra. Poor Catalina. The extra gift of both of those movies is that Jennifer and Fiona both became very good friends of mine, and so it was great.